Hello, welcome to the Knitting Project. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family and my animals. Today is Tuesday the 10th of September 2024 and this is episode 157. Thank you for sticking with me if you are a returning viewer, and welcome to any new viewers. I know, look at this, third one. I'm sticking on schedule at the moment. Maybe a book is magic, I don't know. I am recording early, so I haven't got well, I was going to say I haven't got a lot of content, but actually I have got quite a bit to chat about this week. But I am away from Wednesday, and I looked at it and went, okay, I'm recording Tuesday then, because if I don't, I'm going to muck up the podcast going out on Sunday, and I can't help feeling that if I don't do it now, I'm going to get out of the habit and then it's all going to go to pot. So we are trying to stick with it. So this will go up on Sunday. There will have been a smattering or little patter of vlogs between the last podcast and this podcast. I've got another one scheduled for next week. I've also got to do the next one for next week, although I could do that Monday, to be fair. I probably don't need to do that today. I definitely need to do this today though. So yeah, I've got a few little bits to show you. It's probably not going to be the longest podcast, but I wanted to touch on something that I started last week to show you something else, or talk. I can't show it to you actually, but I can talk to you about it. Anyway, should we start with content? Let's just get on with some content, shall we? So how's your week been? Has it been good? I hope you've all been well. We've had some interesting weather here in the southeast. It's been cold and rainy, and I've had candles lit, and it's definitely somewhat autumnal. In fact, if I can stick it in, I'm going to put a photo here of Zelda looking very autumnal in our garden. I just sort of looked at it and went, wow, that is a really autumnal picture that I've just managed to take of that dog. So I'm going to put it up there so you can see that. And I'm going to hate myself in editing when I get to that bit and go, oh, now I've got to try and put that picture in. Right, let's start with the summer sorrel, ironically, because it's no longer summer. So that's living in this beautiful bag from So Sweet Violet. So this is the summer sorrel. It's a pattern by Wool and Pine, and it's a t-shirt, and I have made some progress. So the last time you saw this, I was just going into the green, so I've gone all the way through the green, and we were having a big debate, or I was having a big debate about what colour I was going to put next. Well, that debate actually was solved for me, because the way the pattern was, I needed to go into my main colour. So I've gone into my main colour now, which is the Lonely Knitter, or Folk Yarn Studio as she is now, and is the Night King, which is a beautiful blue. And I am now just going into this. So what I'm doing is, because this is patterned at the moment, I'm just using one skein, but once I get that I'm going round and round on the body, I'll swap to alternating skeins. But for now, I'm just going to stick with this. Then also, so the pattern is a lot easier now. It's a much more simple pattern, but because it's much more simple, there is a huge amount of scope to go wrong because you're not concentrating so much. So I've popped in some, can you see, some stitch markers in the section so that I can check when I get to the stitch marker that I've actually done it right. So this bit here is all purl, and then you've got like these three stocking stitches, and it's really easy just to keep purling all the way through. So I've popped the stitches into the stitch markers into just before the three knit stitches, so I know I can purl. Oh, look, I need to knit. So they've gone in there. So these are the lovely ones that I was showing you last week from So Sweet Violet. They're the crystal ones, and I just love them so much. Oh, this really doesn't not want to stay on the needles. I need some stitch stoppers. I've got stitch stoppers. I will find them in a minute. I'm going to put them on. Hold on, let's do that now. Let's find some stitch stoppers, because I have my lovely ones from Oh, the Folk Yarn Studio haul. Let's get my little ghosts out. There's my ghosts. There's my ghosts. So I've got these little cute little ghost needle stoppers. So let's pop them on. Right. Okay. They look cute. They're upside down. Okay, they're upside down and back to front. Let's go that way round, then they won't be. The most difficult part of the podcast was showing the ghost stitch stoppers. So funny. There we go. Got them. So yeah, so I've put these beautiful little, I love these so much, these crystal, they make me so happy. I think the only reason I did it was because I actually wanted to use the new stitch markers. Apologies if you can hear Zelda, she's moaning because she's been fed, she just wants to go on her walk. It's like, you need to wait. You will be going, but not just yet. She's so impatient. Anyway, so I'm really pleased how this is now looking. Oh, it's going to be so lovely. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Can't wait to get this finished. I'm sorry, so this is kind of the main thing you're going to see for quite a while because I can't seem to getting it done anytime soon. Look at this hanging down there. It's so pretty. But I will try to vary the content a little bit. I have got some bits to show you this week. So that's my summer sorrel, which, as I said, I really, really would like to get finished. But it does require me to work on it. So let's pop that away. Right. So have we got everything this time? Because I do have a habit of not putting everything away. So that's that one. That's my first whip. My second whip is hanging out in my Halloween bag. So this is a Halloween bag from Toad Hollow. If you are a long-term viewer of the podcast, you have seen this bag every Vlogtober because it comes out. And it's out early because of my finished object. My finished object is my grab and go socks. So I needed some more grab and go socks. And I knew I was going to do this ball of yarn for Meg for her Halloween socks. So Meg is my youngest daughter, if you're new here. She's 23 and she loves Halloween. It's her favourite time of the year is autumn. She's very much an autumn person. And I think in 2020, I think it's on my 2020 Vlogtober, she got a pair of socks, Halloween socks, that I was making for her for Christmas, in fact, I think. But because she was ill and it was Halloween, I decided to give them to her early. And she, ever sort of since then, she's had a pair of Halloween socks. So I thought what I'll do is put these as my grab and go for now and get them started. And then I can work on them properly during Vlogtober. So hopefully she'll have them for Halloween. So the colourway is called Exploding TARDIS. So that's a Doctor Who reference. And I really like it. I think it could double for either Exploding TARDIS or Starry Night from Van Gogh. Because, and she loves Van Gogh as well. So it could go either way. But she loves this. She absolutely loves it. She knows she's getting them. She's seen the yarn. She's very excited. And this is a colourway that I got from the States, and I can't remember the name of the yarn dyer, but it's really old. I've had this longer than I've been podcasting. So this is vintage stash, but I always knew I wanted to do it, but every time it came to Halloween, I didn't know where this yarn was. But last year, at some point last year, I found it and thought, right, I'm going to put it in the Halloween bag so it's ready to go this year. And then the Halloween bag, I've got two of my callet squares. One is got my just normal everyday project bags in it, like it doesn't matter what season project bags in it, and the other one's got my seasonal project bags in it. So it's got Halloween, Easter, I think there's like a Valentine's one in there, and Christmas. So I thought, well, I'll put that in there in that calyx and I'll know where it was. And guess what? It actually worked. Who knew? Organisation actually works. So that's the yarn. I have done a tiny cast on. I am doing a 1x1 twisted rib. And oh, look, it looks really pretty. I think it's going to flash. But Meg won't mind that. I wouldn't be so keen, but Meg won't mind it. And yeah, got it started. I'm using the likey needles. Sorry about that interruption. So yeah, I'll probably get some chow goos when swap it to chow goos when I find some and they're clear off the needles and haven't got socks on them. So that's my grab and go project at the moment / Halloween. I've got a finished object. That's exciting. So these are my 2018 Advent Stripe Cozy Knitter Socks. And yep, finished. They are washed, they're blocked, they've sewn the ends in, they are all ready. I mean, I'd say they're all ready to be worn. They're actually wet, they have not dried yet. But they're pretty much there. And I knit these on 2.5mm Chowkey needles with a 60 stitch count, and I did a 2x2 twisted rib, which is my favourite rib. So I have no idea why I've done a 1x1 twisted rib on Meg socks, because apparently I wanted to make life difficult for myself. But yeah, it's got a heel flap and gusset, and that's just a normal slip stitch heel. The stitch definition this yarn gives, it's so lovely. And just a rounded toe. And I don't use contrasting heel toes and cuffs on these, because I only just get the full 24 stripes in. So that's where I started there. So that's not enough to do a contrast and get all those colours in. It would stop like there. So yeah, I'd miss a couple of colours out, which I didn't want to do. So I just do these super stripy. I haven't decided yet whether these are Christmas socks or whether they're going to go in my everyday rotation. Part of me goes they're Christmas because they are a Christmas advent. Are they particularly Christmassy colours? Actually, to be fair, this one sort of is. But yeah, I was just saying, I think these are kind of a Christmassy colourway, aren't they? So I might just stick them in my Christmas box of socks. Because I've got, I don't know, I can't remember how many, I think at least 10 pairs of Christmas socks now. So I might just pop them in there. But yeah, that's those done. That's my FO this week. Wasn't expecting to get them done, but circumstances allowed for it. So following on from last week when I was showing you how I'm organising my stash now with Notion. Again, not sponsored. Would love to be, but not sponsored by Notion. But I think it's the most amazing place. I didn't mention the fact that although I was doing it on my computer, which is what I showed you, it's an app. So you can have it on your iPad. There we go. See if I can do it without... and... it comes up on your iPad too. So that's useful to have it on your iPad. But what's really useful, or what I find really useful, is you can also get it up on your phone. So, I love it when it goes horribly wrong when you're trying to show something. So I can, when I'm out and about, if I need to check anything, I can scroll through. And I can see what I've got at a glance. It all comes up. So that's my box one. Now, at some point, I'm also going to add in a little database that says like number of fingering weight skeins and things like that. But for actual colours, this is quite useful. I can scroll through and go, look, oh, look, I want a bright coloured one. There's one there, which actually hasn't got a label on. But I'll know that that's in box 1 sock sets. And I'll adjust these numbers down. So there's 58 in there at the moment. I'll adjust those numbers down as I use them. I actually find it quite fun just to look through what I've got. But even with a small stash, this would work. It would be quite a good thing to be able to just look at what you've got. So if you see a pattern, you can check here first. Or if you want to look, you know, you can check and go, oh, actually, I need a pink to go with that green or something like that. I haven't got that, which is quite useful. So I'm looking forward to getting the rest of that sorted. It's going to be a long time. And it's not going to be helped by the fact that I keep purchasing yarn. Because obviously each time I buy something, that adds to it and that will have to go in. But yeah, I still haven't done any more than that one. I have started it. I'm on box 3, but I haven't actually done any more other than a couple of layers. I think I've done 2 layers in there, so I think there's 9 skeins in each. So right, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on the fact that with the Notion you can have the app on your phone. If you've got any queries as to how I've set it up, or you've never used it before and you don't know where to start, please do reach out. My email is scr1tno@outlook.com and I'll do my best to help you. Right, let's go into Happy Mail. So I was lucky enough, and there will be a tiny bit of footage at the end of this podcast, because there is not enough footage for it to go on its own, to go to the Southern Wool Show on Sunday. I went with Katie, my eldest daughter, and my granddaughter. Hello to everybody I met there that said hi. It was lovely to meet you all, and please do tag me in your purchases and what you make with them. So I got to hug my lovely friend Kelly, which was probably the highlight. The next highlight was Ira sitting in a puddle, which was hysterical. I may be able to put some footage of her splashing puddles at the end of this. I think they've got somewhere she's got her back to me that I can put on. I didn't buy that much, I'll be honest. I was very reserved this time. I had 2 makers I wanted to buy from, James Makes Yarns and Lay Family Yarn, and that's what I did. Partly because having Ira with us, she has a reduced attention span, but also because I'm very conscious I want to get this sorted before I buy too much more, because I don't want to kind of duplicate what I've got. So what have I got? Let's start with James Makes Yarns. So my lovely friend Kate is helping me out with a surprise advent from James Makes Yarns. And she has bought 5 skeins for the 5 Saturdays or Sundays of Christmas, 5 weekends of Christmas. And so I didn't know what she's bought, obviously, for me. And because I missed out, for some reason, I don't know why, I managed to miss when he had his advent release. And I missed it, and Kate had got it, and I said to her, oh, well, you know, I'm really jealous, that's one I really wanted. And then we came up with this idea of, actually, she just goes to the stall and buys 5 random skeins, which will be pretty much the same thing. It won't be the Christmas ones that he's done, but there'll be 5 James Makes Yarn skeins, so that's exciting. But the one thing I said to her was I wanted to get his pumpkin colourway, which is Thai Spice. And that's what I got. So I want some autumnal socks for me in this one. Saw this last year, really wanted it. And or a variation of his Halloween colourway or autumn colourway, sorry, blanked there on what I was trying to say, a variation of it, but then yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. So that's what I got from him. Lay Family Yarn, I got this one, which is the Secret Garden. I may already have this, I'm not sure, but I really like it. I seem to be moving into my fluorescent yellows and greens era. And it just yelled at me, so I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. So that can go, that'll go in my stash for now. And then this I really wanted, but I had a major debate as to which set I wanted, because I think I wanted all of them. This is a hot water bottle cover set that Kelly has done. It's the Maxine hot water bottle cover pattern, which is Laura Penrose knits. And yeah, these are the colours I chose. It's kind of a Christmas hot water bottle cover. I actually needed it for the caravan, so Christmas wasn't really what the theme I was going for. However, I may knit this for Meg for Christmas as part of her Christmas present, and then just choose some different minis when I'm at the retreat and make the one for the caravan. But I'd like to have a go at getting this done first, so I know what I'm doing for when I'm at the retreat. So I'm going to cast this on. It's going to be a cast on, which is exciting, because why not? Basically, I want to start it, so this one's going to get cast on. So that was all my purchases. I think my basket is now empty. Yeah, that was all my purchases from the wool show. So I was very reserved this time, but again, I would really like to get this sorted. The problem with that is that I need to actually be at home, and we're away again this weekend, which I really feel bad moaning about, because it's such a privilege to be able to go away and have the caravan, and I'm yearning for just being at home and getting stuff done. But then I'm wondering, is that because I'm going away? If I was just going to be at home and not going anywhere, would I be like, oh, I really wish I was going somewhere? So I don't know whether that feeling is actually a true feeling, because I know from after we get back, so Sunday when we get back, I've got nothing in the diary then. I'm not planning on going away at all. And my brain was like, oh, that's a shame. So I'm like, okay, can you just make up your mind? Which direction are we going in here? We want to be at home or we want to be away? Because apparently when we're away, we want to be home, but when we're at home, we want to be away. So can we stop that? Because it's just going to drive you nuts. Let's see which way we land. I think with the weather turning, etc., it would be really nice to be home, because I've got so much I want to do. I've got so much I want to do in the garden. I've got so much I want to do in the house. I have so much knitting I want to do. I have coursework and courses I'm doing I want to crack on with. There's a lot I want to do. So I think Vlogtober has the potential to be really quite interesting, because I think I'm going to be doing a lot of house tidying, so that I'd like it all tidy by the beginning of November. I've already started buying Christmas presents. Who am I? But there was a particular, I don't think Meg's going to watch this, but she adores Carrie Hope Fletcher. She's one of her idols, and she's released a singing tea with Bird and Blend. And I've got her a canister, in fact it's coming today, a canister of that, and I was just like, oh, that'd be such a great stocking filler. So I've also got Meg I normally struggle with, but I want to do her this hot water bottle cover. She wants some Lay Family Yarn Santa socks, which will be in her advent calendar. It'll be day one in her advent calendar, because she always likes them for the start of December, so she can wear them all throughout December. So I need to knit them in November, but I'm going to the retreat at the beginning of November, so I can buy the yarn for that then. So there's a plan. So she's got those, she's got the hot water bottle cover, she's got this tea. It's just like, wow, this is not normal for Meg. Before that though, I've got Charlie's birthday. So in my head, I'm never allowed to really think about Christmas until Charlie's birthday's over and done with, which is 25th of September. But this year I'm just cracking on and getting stuff done. I would really love all the Christmas knitting, and I'd like to have bought all the Christmas presents by the 1st of December. I'm not too worried about wrapping them because that's actually quite a fun time lapse to do for Vlogmas. So that's okay. Oh, shush phone. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm not too worried about getting them wrapped, but it'd be nice if I got them bought. So yeah, I'm quite excited to be at home and getting organised. And work's busy as well, so that's taking out, like, you know, my working hours are not hours I can do anything else with. So yeah, that was a ramble that I wasn't expecting to put at the end of the podcast. I'm sorry, guys. Right, so I'm going to wrap up here. As I said, there'll be just a tiny bit of vlog footage at the end of the Southern Wool show, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some new bits to show you next week. Hopefully I will have cast this on. I'm hoping that'll be a new thing you'll have seen. I may have made some progress on those socks. I'm really hoping I will have made some progress on my sorrel, and maybe I will have made some progress on this as well. Let's see how many other more boxes I can do before our next podcast. I've got my friend Kate coming next weekend, which is really exciting. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, lots of things planned. Right, I had better get on with my day. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. I was also just going to say quickly that this is the Perrick. Can't remember who it's by, but I know I'll get asked, and it's knit with lace weight and Surrey alpaca held together. So it's like 4-ply. It's as light as a cloud. It's so nice. Yeah, and that's the Perrick, Perec, I think it is. And I knit this a couple of years ago. Love it so much. It's such a nice layering piece at this time of the year when you want something just that little bit warmer on, but you don't necessarily need anything particularly warm. It's just lovely. And then obviously if it's much colder, you can just put a cardigan on over top of it and you've got an extra layer in there in piece. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite things to wear. It's as light as a cloud as well. But yeah, that's the Perrick. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. It's the 8th of September, and I'm going to the Southern Wool show today with my daughter Katie and my granddaughter. I am filming this intro just in case I decide to vlog any of it. You never know, I might do. I seem to be on a vlogging kick at the moment, which is actually quite useful going into October and then December, so Vlogtober and Vlogmas. I always get this two around the wrong way. So I'm just doing the makeup. I've just had a message from Kate to say she is up and getting dressed, and Ira's having her breakfast, because obviously when you have a toddler in tow, time schedules go out of the window. So we will see. I'm mainly going for shopping wise James Makes Yarns and my lovely friend Kelly, Lay Family Yarn. And I'm not planning on being there very long because we've got Ira, so she doesn't have the longest attention span when she's stuck in the pushchair. And also today it's raining. I don't know whether it's raining in Newbury. To be fair, Newbury is far enough away from me to have different weather, so that it might not be raining in Newbury, but there's lots of places to sit anyway, even if it's indoor, if it is raining. But we'd have to let Ira out inside, whereas if we could let her out outside so she could run around, it wouldn't be quite so bad. So I don't think we'll stay. I plan on being home later, early, to be honest. Yeah, we're having some interesting weather. It's raining hard again. We had some very loud storms overnight. I have been awake for a fair portion of the night. We had a lot of thunder and lightning last night. I wasn't awake enough that I got up and filmed it. I mean, I probably could have done, but I didn't. But it's still quite muggy. So, just got a summer dress on and this is my Lay Family yarn Whitmore cardigan, which I love. It's in Kelly's Vintage Lace colourway, I think. I think it was called Vintage Lace. So yeah, just getting ready.